Hello. Hello. I am Agent 34657009. Do you know the password? Yeah, the password is stop telling porkies when you talk on your dog and bone, or I call my trouble and I come to your Mickey. Do you speak French? Oui, je peux parler français, on peut parler de la Révolution Française. ¿Y podemos hablar un poquito en español? Claro que sí, podemos haber una conversación. すみません、日本語話せるか？それでは日本語で話しましょう。これからですね、私は, perché se non parli italiano vedi che io il messaggio in codice non te lo do. Va bene, vuoi parlare italiano? Parliamo italiano, non ci sono problemi. Di cosa vuoi parlare? Della pizza? 你是不是中国人？我不是中国人。对。我会讲一些普通话。对，我知道。现在我就在意大利。我知道。Moco c'è un mercato qui, moco cosa dici? Da mattara in Gianeca. Vuoi che ti parlo con l'accento siciliano? Das ist so gut. Ja, das ist schon 非常好。So gut, ja. Datte nani moite nai cara. E facciamo così, la pizza, la pasta, la pizza. Du bist kein Deutscher, du bist ein Schwein. Te nani sciagare. La Révolution française, vous voulez parler à propos de la Révolution française, mais je n'ai pas le temps. Vous devez parler à propos de les Italiens. Si, me gustan los pimientos. Aujourd'hui, on doit parler de la Révolution, on doit parler de la France quand vous êtes italien. Non, parce que... Shut up! Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the Metatron speaking. You know, in the 80s and the 90s, whenever you'd be watching TV and you'd see all these, characters and protagonists of these very interesting movies and series, of course, the creators of these series tried to make these protagonists, these characters, the coolest possible. Because of course, if he's a protagonist, he's got to be cool. And so what did they do? They gave them, very nice sunglasses. They've got very nice, very stylish perhaps. They've got big muscles, this and that, perhaps very strong at martial arts. This is what we considered to be really cool. But now, my goodness, I know you get a lot of your entertainment from YouTube, and I thank you for that, considering that I am a content creator on this site. But of course I know for a fact that quite a few of you also spend time on Netflix. Netflix, the new legal drug, because this is what it is. Get a little bit of free time, use our website for free for a month, no problem. You don't need to subscribe. Of course I do. After the first few doses, there is no way to stop. Every freaking lunch time that I could be spending with my swords, I watch this free... And to be honest, it has a lot of interesting content. It's got nice films. Some films are really old, but others are really, really good. But this is one thing that I noticed. It's a new trend, and I'm gonna make a rant. So prepare for it. So this is the problem. How they've been trying to have the protagonists look cool? No, actually, cooler. You know what? They are all amazing at languages. But they're not. This is the thing. If I look at Arnold Schwarzenegger and I think, hey, they want me to think that he's cool because he's got big muscles. So then I check him and I'm like, yeah, he's got big muscles. It works, it's coherent. But then they want me now, what they do now is that you get these protagonists and they're like, hey, they want me to think that he's cool because he's now randomly starting to speak Chinese. And yes, I will give you some proof of this. I'll give you loads of proof. But yeah, now he speaks Chinese and then he speaks Italian and then he speaks French and then he speaks Japanese. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Let me check it out. And it's all freaking wrong. And I'm a linguist. I teach languages, okay? And for example, the problem is that you need to make it believable. It's like saying that I have the body of Arnold Schwarzenegger when then you look at my arms and I clearly haven't. It's that obvious when you understand the language. And you don't even need to be a linguist. You just need to be a native of that language. The illusion spell just shatters in pieces. Limitless. Here is a film for you. The character, what happens is, without spoiling too much, but he gets hold of this new drug that when he takes these pills, I remember, he takes these pills and he gets access to his brain, complete functions, like 100% of his brain functionality, and he becomes a freaking genius. He writes this novel in a few days, and understanding stocks market, becomes really rich and everything, and yeah, it all makes sense. But then, yes, they had to throw in the fact that he could learn and pick up languages super quick. I understand the concept behind it, but it just doesn't work. Stop doing it. I remember this scene that really drove me mad. You see him, he's going to this restaurant with this woman, and it's an Italian restaurant, and then what do you do with an Italian waiter when you're a freaking genius who has 100% access to his brain and cognitive energies? You speak fluent Italian. But he doesn't. Like, I remember this scene, and I saw this and I watched it a couple of times because I was really intrigued. I'm like, right, now he's speaking Italian to the girl, and she answers back in Italian. He orders food, like it's not even like that amazing, but yeah, he's ordering food, and he does it in Italian, and I am not joking. I could not understand one single word, and I'm a freaking native. Nothing. It's not like he had a thick accent and I'm like, well, he's got an accent, so he doesn't really sound that proficient, but you know, I can still understand it. No, zero. And I know for a fact that that girl hasn't got a clue what he's saying. Or perhaps he has, because she's read the script, of course. But his pronunciation is so bad, and he completely destroys, and you can immediately see, he completely butchers our language to the level that you can see in her eyes that she's thinking, you know, she has to pretend that she's thinking, oh, this guy's so cool, he's Italian, he's fantastic, he's so fluent. But in reality, what she has in her mind, that I know because she's got an Italian brain, and what she has in her pasta brain, is she's thinking, goodness gracious, this guy doesn't have a clue what he's talking about, because he doesn't, and it's clear. And then he speaks Chinese at the end. Don't you even try if you don't want to puke. The pitches, and let's talk about Chinese, like doing it with Italian, doing it with German, doing it with French, it's already bad. But Chinese brings the bullshit to the next level, because Chinese is perhaps the worst language to give to the hands of a beginner, because you've got to be trained in pitches and tones, and of course they always mess them up completely. The pronunciation is so wrong that no one could ever understand it, even if you had those little Star Trek things, you know, that they used with the technology that allows every alien race to understand each other. Not a chance in heaven, not a chance. Limitless. Your ability not to learn languages is limitless. Daredevil, the bad guy. I enjoyed the series. Yes, I enjoyed the series. Okay, but perhaps I'll make another video about it. But yeah, it's not really my favorite series out of the Marvel series, but I enjoyed the series. But the bad guy, the bad, bold guy. He sees a Chinese, he speaks Chinese. He sees a Japanese, he speaks Japanese. He sees a whatever, he speaks whatever. When the heck did... Well, okay, we're fine, he's a genius. Okay, criminal, but he's a genius, no problem. I can understand that. But he doesn't. His Chinese is completely... He's butchering again the language completely. You can tell that the Chinese woman hasn't got a clue of what he's saying. Completely. And Japanese, same thing. And talking about Japanese, shall we talk about Pacific Rim? That extremely expensive bad photocopy of the anime Evangelion that they've made? Yeah, do you want to talk about that? How the pilot at one point reaches Japan, and oh yes, when they reach Japan, of course they're gonna become fluent in Japanese. But no, you can tell when he speaks Japanese, apart from the fact that his Japanese is like as bad as... This is how his Japanese sounds, okay? I'm just gonna give you an idea. This is how it's as if I spoke English like this. This is good, is the football is interesting, but I am hungry, I am hungry and I eat the pizza. This is how it sounds to someone who's actually proficient in Japanese. Terrible, completely nonsensical. Who else do I want to talk about? Oh yes, The Last Samurai, and here's the best for last. Not really the last one, but it's okay. He goes to Japan in an era where there is no internet, right? He is a soldier, no language training at all, no special drug. He goes to Japan, stays there a couple of months, learns the language fluently. F me for taking 8 years of my life to learn the language, right? He learns the language because he hears them while he's drunk. He's drunk. I should have drunk. So I messed up in my life then. I should have drunk so much more sake if this is what sake does to you. You know, he just starts drinking sake, hears them speak in the background, and then he starts talking to them, and they're like, this is so amazing. No, it's not, sunshine. It's not amazing at all. He's messing up everything in every possible aspect of the language. Doing what? How did he learn the grammar? How did he learn the vocabulary? How did he learn the pronunciation? Another genius, fine. I'll find you another genius now. Do you want to see another genius? The Travelers. Now, very good TV series, I have to say. I think they had a little bit of a tight budget though, as they were saving up on the L's on the title. I know I'm joking, I know. Actually, American spelling sometimes, I have to say, does make more sense. But what can I do? I was brought up with British spelling, so, but it's fine, it makes more sense. You don't pronounce it, don't say travelers, it's like travelers. So yeah, makes sense, total sense, no problem. Colour, flavour, FBI agent. He's already cool. Good looking guy. He's got a nice suit. He's got a nice tie. He's got really cool sunglasses. Very nice accent. Nice haircut, I have to say. He's cool. He's an FBI agent. You don't need him to start speaking Chinese. It's actually Cantonese Chinese, even worse, because you've got even more pitches. It's even more difficult. And in fact, it messes everything up. I think, well, I don't speak Cantonese, but I'm pretty sure he does, because if you hear the Cantonese lady and then you hear him, you can immediately tell that he hasn't been trained at all. He has no idea what he's saying. So please, TV series developers, stop having people who are not trained in languages become or play the role of people who are genius of languages. It doesn't work. Please, pretty please, hella please. It's like having a skinny guy and pretending that he's a bodybuilder. It doesn't work. Two solutions. You find an actor who has been trained in a language. Sometimes they do. It's kind of cool. Secondly, you just go back to the sunglasses, mate. Much better catch. Alright then, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content from the Metatron. I will also leave some other links to other rants that I've made in the past. Little ashamed of some of them, but who cares? They're there for you to enjoy. Please remember that I will see you tomorrow for my next video. And remember, the Metatron has spread his wings. Да. Владимир, до свидания. Пожалуйста. Да.